So we are waiting for the Emerald call to get started, but I wanted to have Casey kind of chat with us first. She just hit Emerald, but she is super excited for more knowledge. Woo woo! So she's and so I just asked her what she's been doing because she's got like 3 people in the works. She's already hit Success Club. So now that it's recorded, just tell me what you've been doing that's been working for you.
So going into it, a lot of people said like reaching out to people that you don't know is easier than reaching out to people that you do know. And I actually found the opposite. I've always known a lot of people. It definitely helps me. I played on like a whole bunch of sports teams. I used to work for a gym, so I've made a lot of network people who are into fitness. So I find just reaching out to people who trust me and know how committed I am are really coming into me and trusting that I'm giving them the right tools. So I've just been reaching out to like every time I see someone, I look through my Facebook friends and I see someone's name and I'm like, this person is so perfect. Like they could totally benefit from it. So I've just been like just going through my friend list on Instagram and on my Facebook and just making it personal, and so that they can relate, and making them know that I'm doing it with them and that it's not like I'm just throwing something at them. I want them to know that like I'm going to be there by their side, so we're going to keep each other accountable. So I just find like just being personal about it, reaching out to people, friends and family that you know who already know what you're about. That's for me.
I love that. That's so great. That is such good. And so many people are just so like stuck and they're afraid to reach out to people. And I love that you just went through your friends list. These are already people that you know and just start conversations. So if somebody was watching this, what would you say your best tip is, like how to start a conversation? What are you doing? What are you saying? And hey, Alicia, this is Alicia. This is Casey. Casey just,
Hi, Casey.
just hit Emerald, and she's got like 3 new coaches that are about to sign. One just signed up, and she's got like 2 more in the works. So I was making her tell us because she just signed up like this month, right?
Yeah, I think it's been like maybe 2 weeks.
Awesome.
But going into this too, I was like, I'm not going to reach out to people. I'm just going to put myself out there and have people reach out to me. But I then found, I was a little more eager than that. So I did want to reach out to people. And I see that people would watch my stories and they would never reach out to me. But once I reached out to them, they were all over it. But they just didn't have that to ask me about it. So I found reaching out to people is really good, as well as I do kind of use the same message to everyone, but I kind of change it up for everyone for that relationship that I have, of just more talking up the community of women, because even though it's only been 2 weeks, like the amount of calls that have made a change for me is crazy. And just everyone lives in different places. Like I don't know many people that are from Canada that are on our team yet, but
I think we have like 4 active coaches, a bunch of discount coaches, but yeah, there's not a ton.
So like it's just really cool to be able to like connect with people who totally understand you. This is exactly where everyone needs to be. And it's just that hard part of getting people to realize how good this is for them. They just need to get started, and then even a few of the people that will be signing with me will be discount coaches to start, but I'm still going to throw them in the group so that they can look around, and I'm hoping that they'll hop on some calls just to see what it's about. And it's just, now that I'm in it, how is anybody not in it? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. So it's trying to get that explained to them. And I think the problem that I need to work on is I blurb a lot of information at once. I just want to be like, this is this and this and this and this.
That's
And it has,
that's
yeah.
everybody in the beginning, right?
And it has worked for some people. Like those people that are like, just give it to me straight. Like, what is this going to cost me? What is it all about? I will just lay out the information. And some of the people that I've done that to have signed up, but I've also been ghosted a lot of times. So I got to figure out, you got to feel out who's going to react which way, I guess, if you know the people.
I would say the only thing is because there's a great training where he basically is like, you don't want to be the expert, because then when you invite people to coach, if you like spilled out all of this information, they're going to think, oh, I need to know everything about a product if I'm going to be a coach. So he really talks about like the less you say, the more you make. And that's why third party tools, here, let me send you this. After you've asked the questions, let me send you this package, or let me add you to this group, and doing stuff like that.
I've been using the share media a lot.
Good.
The video that tells about the Shakeology and the bot on demand, I send that one a lot, though it's US prices. I tell them differently. Yeah. The coaching one, that 28-minute video has everything you need. So those people that I see potential in, I just say, like, whenever you have a chance, just look at this video. Yeah. And that video about Shakeology, of what's in it, I find people find that beneficial as well.
We also have a 10-minute video on coaching too. I mean, when I first started, I watched a 60-minute webinar on coaching. Like, the people that want it will do it, but at the same time, there are a lot of people that are like, you just want to get something in front of them. So you can kind of feel somebody out and see if maybe they'll be the 10-minute, maybe they'll be that 28-minute. And then we also have a 4-minute one that's like the coaches from our team put together about why they're grateful for coaching. So we've got a bunch of those. So.
And one of the things I learned today that I wish I would have discovered earlier is that, and I don't know if this is going to hurt me in a little bit, of if you sign up as a coach, you don't pay that initial $40 or whatever. Yeah. So like I think that would be a huge selling point.
Yeah, you get it waived. So if they buy a challenge pack, that $40 sign-on fee is waived. So it's the same price whether you sign on as a client or a coach. So you might as well do this, get the discount, and then I can teach you how to use your social media and share your journey if you want to get your shakes paid for, kind of thing.
And then if they canceled nothing, they don't have to like pay that after or whatever, right? Mm-mm. So that's like huge. Like, why wouldn't anybody, if you're gonna try it,
you're starting a business,
you might as well sign up as a coach. I know a lot of the groups and stuff probably is overwhelming for those people that are just like, I want to try it, but I don't think it hurts to have it there.
Right. Yeah. Well, good job, Casey. That is so awesome. And I wanted to make sure we recorded that for anybody new. So what Nicole and Alicia are going to talk to us about tonight is a free group that they are putting together. And Heather has kind of the same similar free group that I do. So we were talking, and so she's probably going to have some of her Emerald coaches do what Nicole and Alicia are going to be doing. So it will be a different group, but it'll be the same idea, because the Diamond leaders are usually doing their own group. So they're going to tell you about their idea for this group and why it's going to be so helpful for new coaches, getting people added. And I will tell you that free groups were the bread and butter of my business when I first started. And it's just so helpful to just invite somebody to a free group where you're adding free value and you're not asking for anything in return. You're literally just making deposits in your relationship bucket. So that's so important. So Nicole and Alicia, go ahead and whatever you wanted to bring us. I'm going to be meal prepping while I'm listening.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything specific planned for what I'm going to say, but I did watch a couple of videos about the funnel system, and I don't know if you have heard of the funnel system before, but I think for the most part, most people that are hesitating to invite, it's because they don't want to come across as salesy. So I feel like this is a really good system to work to if you want to be able to offer value and not actually sell something right up front. And it's a really good chance for people to get to know you as a person and to know that you're really out there to help people and not just to try to get the sale and then abandon them. So with the funnel system, you start off with the a free group. And the free group we're going to be doing is called Beautifully Made Community. And so basically it's going to be just more self-development focused. We're going to be talking about like goal setting, mindset shifts, and personal growth. So I think that's all those things are really, really important to even get a lot of people to the next step where they're ready to work on their health and start doing the workouts and doing the nutrition and realizing they really do have the time. Without that mind shift, it's really hard to get people on board sometimes. So I just want us to all, if you're not in a place where you feel comfortable with offering all of the programs that we offer with Beachbody, then offer to have them come start with the free group. And even if you do offer it to somebody and they're not ready to do the workouts or the nutrition yet, then they may be wanting something just to grow as a person. So we'll invite the people to the free group. And what I really wanted is this is going to be mostly an Emerald focused group, ones that are going for Emerald. So I was thinking that all the people that were running the group, each person could have a day that they focus on posting to that group. And once you have people in the group, we'll give them value, and then we'll also, but I don't want anybody to be caught off guard and think, oh my God, I didn't realize this was a Beachbody group. I thought this was just self-development. So I want to be very upfront with people, letting them know that we are going to talk about some of the things that we offer with Beachbody as well, and do some challenges and some smaller steps before they're ready to go the next step. So while they're in the free group, it'll be kind of like a holding group until they can get to the next group. Until we can get them to the paid groups. And then once they're in the paid groups, then you'll be more comfortable to invite them to the coaching program as well. So this doesn't mean that you have to start with the free group. It's just an option if you're not comfortable with inviting right up front. I think that's pretty much what I had in mind. So Alicia and I were going to be kind of managing the group to start with and making sure that it's running smoothly and it continues, because we've had free groups. I know we had a free group before, and then it just kind of died off. It lasted about a month and everybody just stopped posting. So I think this is a great thing to have an ongoing group, because we could build a really large community of women to
Absolutely.
just help each other. If nothing else, if you don't get a sale out of it, so be it. At least you're still changing lives.
Right.
And some people might sit in that group for a year or 2 years until they're ready. You just got to give people time. They'll eventually be ready.
Yeah.
So we just kind of wanted to get everybody's opinion on what kind of what we should be posting in the group and who wants to take each day. And since it's only the 4 of us right now, so we may need to maybe post something asking each person to sign up for a day to post, and maybe like at least post twice in that day, morning and afternoon, and maybe in the evening.
Well, when April goes to do the recording in the Push Emerald, then maybe we can post in that little group, the Push Emerald group, little messenger, and see if they can respond after they see the video. But I have
Sorry.
You're okay.
I have some girls in there that like are really kind of more so like hobby coaches, but I think would still really enjoy doing this and feeling like they have a part in doing it. So yeah, I'll post the recording and then basically just be like, hey, if you guys can share the link to the Beautifully Made in there and say, listen to our recording, and if you guys want to help, we just need you to pick a day, and you're just going to make a motivational post, and we'll kind of come up with a plan, and maybe just kind of have a thing like every Monday is this, every Tuesday is this, so you guys know. And then if they have that day, they're just posting the same style post every week.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were thinking, is just to make it run really smoothly, just to have like everybody have a day and have a kind of not like a theme, but like you were saying, like Monday motivation, or Tuesday, So.
And I was thinking we should really let people focus on what they're passionate about. Like, I'm really passionate about goal setting and mindset, and I want to post things about that. But somebody else might be very passionate about the workouts and nutrition, and they should really talk about that because it comes across to people when you're passionate about what you're talking about.
Yeah, it shows.
It's good to work a lot better.
Yeah. Casey, what do you feel about it?
I think that's a really good idea. I know I have people that could definitely benefit from it that have told me that they're not ready and that kind of stuff. So I think it's a really good idea. And a lot of us are on anyways on social media posting stuff. So I'm sure we could get people easily just adding something to that group separately, whether it's like a motivational quote, just a picture of it, something like that, just to keep, there being new feed kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, and we don't want the same people posting all the time. It just gets stale after a while. So the more people posting, even if it's not your day, it doesn't mean that shouldn't be posting.
Right.
Still.
Right. Yeah.
And I was thinking also, I have discount coaches that aren't actually engaged. It's a good way to start getting them engaged in the community and seeing what it has to offer and what we offer as coaches, and that it's not really that difficult to be a coach. It doesn't take that much of your time.
Yeah. I know when I've done this before, like a couple of years ago when I was like a challenger, I started off in a free group, and it's so much less pressure. You don't feel as pressured when you're in a free group. You feel like you can just kind of manage your own way, I guess, instead of, I don't know. It was a lot easier to kind of ease into the next step, because that's what I did. I was in the free group, and then I went on and got the 21-day fix, and then just, kept going from there. So I think this is a good idea too. So
I do too. When I first started, this is what I did. I started a free group. I called it Just Push Play. And I made a post and I said, hey, if anybody has any workout DVDs and wants to dust them off, let me know. We can keep each other accountable in here. I had people doing Tybo, Jillian Michaels. Like, I had literally people doing everything. I just said, hey, if you have a home workout program, dust it off. Let's do it. I required nothing, and I offered support. I offered recipes. I just came from providing epic value. And then I would share my workout videos in the group, and I would share how easy it was to stream my workouts and things like that. Well, I wasn't streaming then, it was DVDs, but I was like showing the DVDs that I was doing and things like that. And that's a really great way, is like you get them in there, you provide epic value, they learn to trust you, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I'm making my shake. Look how easy this is. I'm getting on my lift 4 on, or, that kind of stuff. And that's really where people are like engaging. And then you could do giveaways like, hey, we've got our mommy juice giveaway this week. Like, you're literally giving people products, and then they're more likely to try it. Who gets a free sample of Shakeology this week for posting their sweaty selfies? Like, things like that. That personal development, you're basically like grooming them to be clients and coaches. So I think it's just such a smart idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Nicole. Like, to offer like a free sample of something, like for what April was saying. I think that we didn't talk about that, but I think that's a good idea. Do you agree?
Yeah. I know that we did that before with, I did a book giveaway to the person that posted, everybody that posted daily on the posts. And then between those people, we did a drawing to see who won it. So it just increases engagement in the group.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's all I have.
You pretty much covered it. So yeah.
We thought we could start like around like April 1st. That gives us a couple weeks just to get everything in order and know exactly what we're doing before. Or do you think we should start inviting sooner than that?
I think April 1st is good, because right now we're focusing on inviting people to Ultimate Portion Fix, and I have around starting March 25th. So I don't want to overwhelm new coaches. They're already like, what is this launch? What do I need to do?
Yeah.
So I think April 1st is good. And then the other thing is, if you talk to somebody and they don't have anything, Clean Week. Remember, Clean Week is free. They just need a free account. They get access to 7 days of workouts, a meal plan, and they can even optionally buy 7 days of Shakeology with it for $30. So that right there. And there's some Clean Week, like templates in the back, like the challenge group guides. I don't really love copying and pasting them. You have to make them your own, but there's like a 7-day template there too. So yeah, so, and then, you know, maybe somebody's in the group and they don't have workouts, so they want to try Beachbody On Demand trial for 2 weeks or something like that. There's just so many options.
And I like the idea that you had before about doing like a squat challenge. It's like maybe for a week we do a squat challenge, and then the following week do another type of challenge.
Yeah.
I did that every month for probably a year and a half. Every month was a new free exercise group, and I would post on Instagram and I would post on Facebook, and I would just continuously get more and more and more and more people. And that's how I built up such a following, is because I was doing that regularly. So I think this is just so smart, and I so appreciate you guys stepping up. I just don't have the capacity to take on it.
No, you don't need to. You have enough on your plate. This is just helping us. You don't need this. We do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah. I have to. Got a 2-year-old slamming doors. She should be in bed, but she took a.
I was just thinking, isn't it her bedtime?
She was with TV today and slept for hours. So I'm gonna get her to bed as soon as I get off. But yeah, so the only thing is I have to check with Heather, because I think I was talking to her. So if she's planning on doing a group, Casey and her coach Hamna may be doing that there. So we just have to figure out how many people we have and who's doing what, but it's going to be the same idea either way. And I love this.
Yeah, we just need at least 7 people so that we have somebody for each day, just continuously in there running it.
I think it would be cool if you guys put together maybe just a quick little thing on Word Swag and be like, hey, who wants to help us run a free ongoing group? We need 7 people to take a day, and just post something like that and see who's interested. I'm sure people will come out of the woodwork. So just post that.
Do you want me to do that, Alicia, or do you want to do it?
I don't even know what Word Swag is, so.
Well, then I'll do it.
I'm going to look into it, though. I'm going to look at it and figure it out. But yeah, I gotta.
So, you know, the Emerald push to Emerald and the push to for the Saturday coffee chat post that I made where there was words on it. I use that with Word Swag.
Oh, okay.
It's like a really easy app, and you may have to pay for it, but it's like super worth it because I use it for everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I use it on Instagram constantly. That's where all my quotes are on, is Word Swag.
Okay. There's a lot of different options. And when you guys see that I add my logo onto things, I use Word Swag doing that too. And you can literally like make it.
Yeah, I was paying for it for a while. I'm thinking about whether I want to upgrade again for that.
Yeah. So okay, well, anybody have any questions or anything about it so far? I think it's pretty straightforward. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. I do have a question, but it's not about what we've been talking about. I don't know. Does anybody know? I'm trying to get my mom to switch to Shakeology, but she's hung up on this beet juice powder that she's using. So she's like, find me something that helps with circulation, and then I'll think about it. And I'm just like, well, Shakeology. I was trying to give her the ingredients, and she's just hung up on this beet.
Could she add the powder to the Shakeology?
Yeah, but the thing is, she doesn't want to double pay. She doesn't want to pay for one and pay for the other. And anyway, so I told her I would look into it, but I don't know what it is about this beet juice powder. But she's pretty much like, find me like the perfect replacement, and then I'll switch. And I'm like, okay. So I didn't know if anybody had any idea. I know I talked to April a little bit about it a few weeks ago, but she's not sold on the greens. Like I was telling her to swap with the greens, but she's not. I don't know.
Okay. I just Googled 10 superfoods to help improve blood circulation. Oranges, dark chocolate, cayenne pepper, sunflower seeds, root ginger, garlic, ginkgo biloba, goji berries. Half of this stuff is in Shako.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, see? So I'll just
garlic, what else? Watermelon, salmon, avocados. Literally, so much of that stuff is in. Could you try Googling like Shakeology and circulation? Did anything come up? No.
No, that's the first thing I did.
I figured you did.
Yeah.
I'm good at that.
And I was just like, and there was nothing. So it's like, she almost needs like the proof. So I'm just trying to figure out.
Did you, if you go look in that third party section, I think I shared a new, or maybe it was Bob. I thought or maybe it's in Beachbody Champions. They made a new Shakeology video. Where did I see it? If I find it, I'll share it with you. But
There's
Yeah,
a bunch of them on Beachbody On Demand. I found like 5 or 6 of them, so I just watched them all and picked my favorite one out of there.
Okay. I'll have to look at that.
Oh, I just found one. Okay. I will send this to you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So then I'll post it in that other page too.
And she doesn't have bad circulation. She's just trying to prevent from having bad circulation. So I was like, why are we arguing about this? Because I was like, do you have bad circulation? No, I'm just trying to prevent it. And I'm like, then why are we so hung up on this beet powder? Can we just
Oh my gosh, that is.
Because I have something for you that will help your whole system. If you're trying to prevent things.
Yeah, that is one that I haven't really got, but that's probably what I would just say is like, look, I've had people that literally have had such issues with their blood sugar, with hyperthyroidism, with migraine issues, with so many autoimmune disorders that are literally like non-existent after drinking Shakeology and changing their nutrition. So let's just give it a try for a month and see how you feel without this beet sugar.
Right.
Powder.
I know. I'm like, can we get off that?
I do know Energize is made with beet sugar. Maybe you could sub that in.
Well, no, she's tried that. She likes that. I'm like, Mom, that has beet. That's made with beet juice. And she's like, oh, but I don't know. I mean, I really thought she had a problem. I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, you didn't tell me. And she's like, I don't have a problem. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, okay, Mom.
A beet a day keeps the circulation issues away.
Apparently, I mean, I don't know who told her that, but I'm just like, good grief.
So yeah, that I don't have anything for that.
Okay.
But I think she just needs more exposures. Just keep up with her.
Okay.
Yep. And
I will.
I think
Does she live near you?
She lives like an hour and a half away, so yeah, I mean, basically.
Did you give
Because
her?
I kept, every time my parents came over, I would give them Shakeology for lunch, and eventually now I have both my mom and my dad on it.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, send her some samples too.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there.